Hi everyone and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you are a loyal one. Today we're going to be talking about narcissistic rage and how deadly it can be. Now, depending on what type of narcissist you're dealing with, if you are pulling away or they are losing control over you, then you will see the narcissistic rage. If you're somebody who likes to obey the narcissist, you probably have not seen this. Or you've probably seen it just with somebody else. Maybe they've lost control over somebody else or something else, and you've seen them go crazy. Maybe not at you, but at the situation. Just understand that these people have anger problems and they can't control their emotions. Now, I'm not going to go into why and childhood and neglect and all that kind of thing that they've been through, because I don't really like to get too deep into them. I like to get more deep into us. So what I need to understand is, if you are still with the narcissist, if it's a romantic situation, be very careful. And I know you're probably careful already. People who have been in a relationship like this understand you have to walk on eggshells every day to make the narcissist happy, because they're not really happy anyway. And that is not a good way to live. That is not life, and that is not living. So understand that when people say, just leave, I understand you can't just leave. It's not as easy as that. Many women and men worldwide lose their lives because they have just tried to leave. Okay, so it's very, very important, if you want to leave, to seek out advice from a professional, usually a domestic violence helpline or domestic violence charity, to come up with an exit plan that's going to help you, because you can't just walk away. They will not have that. They will fight very hard, especially if they rely on you for a lot of things like money, job, shelter. If you are their everything, it's going to be very tough, right? So the narcissistic rage will come when they're losing or they have lost control. That's why it's very important that we don't even see that narcissistic rage. I've witnessed that a narcissistic rage when I tried to kick the narcissist out of my house, and I didn't know how dangerous this actually was. I was still in denial at the fact that that person was narcissistic. So I felt like this was a normal relationship. I felt like I could just say, leave the relationship, leave me alone, leave my house. And it would be maybe a bit of a tussle, but nothing too crazy, since all I've known is the narcissistic mask, the good guy, right? But when I saw the narcissistic rage and the things that happened to me that I don't want to go into because I don't want to trigger anyone, is very, very dangerous. So this is why people literally run away. People do things like, when the narcissist is sleeping, they pack up their things, their kids, and they leave. Maybe when the narcissist is at work, they leave. Maybe they do certain things like slowly pack their things and get a friend or a family member to help them to move the things. So when it's time to actually leave, all they got to do is pick up themselves and leave. In my case, in my situation, I had to leave everything behind and start again. Most of the time, you have to leave everything and start again. It's just a part of the purging. It's just a part of leaving a very toxic relationship. The narcissistic rage is very deadly, like I keep saying. I need to say this because a lot of people say, why don't you just leave? Why don't you just leave? It's dangerous. Maybe it's a physical abusive relationship where they keep putting hands on you, and maybe it's got really bad and you have to leave. But I understand why certain men and women stay in these relationships, But understand that there is a way out and you can make it happen. I understand that sometimes some issues such as having no money, having no job, having no support, having nowhere to go, nowhere to stay is one of the main reasons why you stay in a situation. But there are lots of resources out here that can actually help you move on with your life. A lot of people that I speak to, they actually start saving drastically to leave the relationship. They start getting, I don't know, maybe money together, or maybe set up jobs, or they do things to help them to be self-sufficient so they can actually leave the narcissist. But that rage can happen by many different things. You might see the narcissistic rage because in their mind they think that you're cheating, when really that they're cheating and they think you're cheating, and because of that now they are in a rage. Maybe you don't want to get married, you don't want to have kids, they might go into a rage. You might make the food too hot, too cold, too spicy, not spicy enough. That is the reason why they go into a rage. So understand, when they go into a rage, it is not your fault. They are unstable people that need some serious help. And the longer that we stay, the longer that we need help. They're never going to get help and they're never going to change. We need to change and we need to get help. So if you did like that video, please hit that like button, please subscribe and press the bell so you can be notified when I post another video. And I will see you for my next one. Bye.